I know we got some rodeo folks in here. I tried it once. Yeah, enough said about that. But anyway, I like to think of myself, I'm a pretty good old cowboy. And I can ride and rope some too. But there was just one thing that I'd never done that I'd always wanted to do. As a young buckaroo, I never forgot the first time I seen the show, and from that day on, I always wanted to ride in the rodeo. I saw them boys on saddle broncs leaping for the sky, and I knew right then there'd come a day when I'd have to try. I seen a fellow leap from his horse and bring a steer down to the ground, and many a time I wondered if I could bring one down. I seen a lot of rides and wrecks. The best cowboys come and go, and still I wondered deep inside if I could rodeo. Well, as the years went by, I figured out that I was running out of time, and I'd best just get her done before I'm past my prime. So I set my mind and I packed my gear and I figured I'd take a chance. And I looked up Mr. Billy T at the Bucking T-Bar Ranch. Now, Billy T had been a rodeo clown and a bullfighter extraordinaire, and he took to raising rough stock for the rodeos and county fair. Well, I told him of my schemes and dreams since that day I was a boy, about how riding in the rodeo would be my greatest joy. He said, "Are you sure you want to do this? Because if you really do, you're going to have to cowboy up, because I got just the bull for you." Now, old 519, he's been around, and he's as tricky as he come. But if you think you can handle him, you can ride him just for fun. Now, I know you ride horses, and you can cowboy up pretty fair. But riding bulls is another thing. But I'll let you if you dare. Well, I thought to myself as I swallowed hard, it was time to do or die. So I looks old Billy right in his eyes. I says, "I'll give that bull a try." So they brought him out, old 519, and they run him in the chutes. Billy handed me some spurs and had me strap them to my boots. Well, I took a breath and I climbed the gate and I sits down nice and slow. Billy says, "Before you ride him, there's a few things you should know." He says, "Keep them toes pointed out and keep them heels in tight and let your free arm balance you. It'll keep you centered right. You'll come out a buck and to your left and he'll turn back into your hand and you just slide your backside to where you think he's going to land. Just ride him hard, don't look down, or you'll end up in the dirt. It ain't the ride, it's painful, son. It's the get 'em that'll hurt." Well, I tucked my chin and I yelled, "Let her buck!" And that gate it swung out wide and I couldn't catch my breath at all, no matter how I tried. He started jumping a little bit. Well, a crow hop, some might say. He tried to get me off his back, but this was going to be my day. Yes, indeed. My free arm flopping all around and my hat flew from my head. Heck, I knew it wasn't pretty, but at least I wasn't dead. He started twisting to the left, and he turned back the other way. He started picking up the pace, but I was ready for the fray. Well, I reckon he finally had enough, and he put me on the ground, and I landed pretty hard, and Lord, it made an ugly sound. And then I seen him turn towards me. And he was big and mean and black. And my heart was in my throat as I laid there on my back. And he put his head down close to me, and I could smell his evil breath. With those old black eyes staring down. God, I knew I was facing death. And then he scuffed his hoof, and he snorted. And that's when I started to pray. Then that old bull just licked my face and turned and walked away. Now, Billy T was a laughing hard, and all the boys was a poking fun. That old bull's name was Tinkerbell, and he was as gentle as he come. But to me, he'll always be old 519, the baddest of the bad, the meanest bull that ever was, the greatest ride I ever had.